Well, everyone, here we are trying Once Human once again. I actually got the chance to try a work in progress build of this game back in December, and back then I thought it had a ton of potential. It was really unique, and I liked the idea of a big survival MMO that wasn't built around a ton of pay to win mechanics. Because in this game, all of the shop items, all of the things that can be purchased are cosmetic only. So there's none of that like pay to win crap that you see with a lot of other live service games nowadays, you know. But right here, you're gonna start to see some of the early like looks at the enemy designs. Like, this is where the game really excels, is in the really wacky and crazy creature design. You might think that it's just like, oh, zombies, it's whatever, but no, there's like a lot of freaky stuff in here, and I'm gonna show you some of it. Now, like I said, this is an open world survival MMO that you can play either solo or you can play in co-op with some friends. It's up to you. And as a result, there's a lot of gameplay depth here. And in a video like this, I can only give you a little bit taste of what you're going to see in the final game and try to kind of broadly explain it. But I mean, of course, if it's something that's interesting to you, this is the kind of game that you can, again, download for free on Steam and just sink your teeth into and start exploring, because there's a lot here. In fact, you may notice me running towards an objective marker I have over there. That's because I want to show you something that's over there that's pretty insane. It's gonna blow your mind. Now, while I'm running over there, I should let you know that this video has been sponsored by Starry Studio, the team behind this game. But as is always the case, I put in black and white in all the contracts we do for videos like this that I'm allowed to say whatever I want. Positive or negative, I am contractually obligated to be honest with you on my feelings towards the game, whether they're good or bad or mixed, whatever. I get to be totally honest with you. And so as a result, the sponsored element just means that I get the chance to cover a game like this that I wouldn't normally cover a lot on the main channel. I might not make a full dedicated video on something like this typically, but because they were willing to reach out and sponsor this, it gives me the chance to explore it with you guys, and I appreciate that, and hopefully you do too. You know, as a concept, this game is something that a lot of people have wanted for a long time. They've wanted like a game they can play with their friends that has all of these crazy like survival elements, but also some really novel and interesting enemy designs that's not just retreads of the same zombie archetypes and stuff we've seen a bajillion times before. And so far, they're actually doing a pretty good job. And like I said, we're gonna head over here and show you something that's pretty insane. The one thing I will say about the game in terms of performance is that there is a decent amount of pop-in. That could just be because I'm currently playing, when I'm filming this video, an early build of the game. It's not like the final build, because again, it's early, so that could be part of it. Beyond that, the game runs pretty well. I haven't had any like server disconnections or major problems like that, but there is occasional pop in, like you can see there, maybe culling issues and little bitty things like that. If it bothers you, then that's something to consider. But again, it's a free to play game, so it's not like they're asking you to put forward $70 or something before you can even try it. If you want to try it, see if it works for you, then sweet. Otherwise, just don't like stress it. Yeah, and here you can see what I mean with the pop in. As I run forward, you can see all the signs coming in as I get closer. I do have this cranked right now in terms of quality, so there shouldn't be any like significant issues there, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm playing an early build. I'm not really sure. I will say, when the game is looking good, it's looking real good. I mean, this little spot, come on. Oh God. Oh, there it is. Okay. I had a note where it's like, okay, in this general area, we should see something cool. And yep, found it. So as you can see, the enemy designs in this game are pretty unique. Not your standard affair. I mean, you're just exploring the map and you stumble on this thing. Like, obviously I knew that this was here, so we headed over this way. But there are many of these different little encounters that you can have. Oh, can I jump in? I'm gonna try to jump in. Oh, I jumped in. Oh, and there's loot. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to do this. It's immune. Oh no. Okay, it's moments like these when I'm really thankful that the devs like hook you up when you're doing previews like this with a late game character. So you have some ammo and stuff to work with instead of trying to go into this with nothing, because that would be significantly harder. But there he goes. There he goes. He's going to go off doing his own thing. I wonder if there's any other creepy ghosty ghoulies we can find. Let's see. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a house on a hill, I just assume it's welcoming. I assume that's a place you want to be. Let's see if it is indeed a place you want to be. I mean, look at this. This is very beautiful. I think it's just got like a couple of little spots where they need to tighten it up with like the pop in and stuff. But then you see this stuff and it's like, yeah, I want to run around here. That looks pretty good. It's making noises. Okay, that's normal. Should I not have shot it? I probably shouldn't have shot it. Oh, the house is alive. Okay. And I'm inside. But this, like, isn't this kind of cool that you could go anywhere and you never know if you're safe or not? Like, even the buildings you go into could be like demonically possessed by like a crazy alien creature. Like, how cool is that? That's just outrageous. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do now. I didn't think this far ahead. And, well, I guess I'm falling off. Okay, well, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Heal up, buddy. Heal up. We'll make it. Let's eat up. Which is 0. That's what I need. 0. Heal up. There we go. And again, in my opinion, this whole game has to be filtered through the lens of what is being offered versus what is being charged of the player. Oh, there's some of that pop in there. I wish that would stay and not pop out. That's one piece of feedback I'll give them. That's such a cool thing to see in the distance. I really wish it stayed. I mean, I'm gonna even go so far as to double check my settings now, because that seems like it really should stay in view. Yeah, look at that. Draw distance very, very high. I mean, I've got everything cranked as high as it can be, except we're not using DirectX 12, but honestly, that shouldn't affect this either. So in my humble opinion, my one big piece of feedback would be the big, really cool creatures and stuff. If we could fix the pop in for that, that would be awesome, because that's so cool. Imagine being off over on the cliffside. You look over and you see that because some other player in the server triggered it. Like, that would be so cool to see. But if we're just outside of range, it just despawns and then it's just not there, except for, I guess, the legs stay. So yeah, that would be one thing I'd like to see. Oh no, it went away. Okay, that would be one thing I'd like to see fixed. That's my piece of constructive criticism for today. But again, so many of these things are also up to just personal preference and taste. I know some people don't really care that much about things like pop-in or other maybe graphical hitches that you might run into. So, you know, your mileage may vary, but it's something I notice, so I'm going to point it out. But like I was saying, the whole thing has to be filtered through the lens of what is being offered versus what they're charging for the package. And in this case, they're charging nothing. It's a free-to-play game that you can download now when you're seeing this video and try for yourself. And if you really like the game, you can support it by purchasing like cosmetics and things like that. But the point is, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you want to just download this game, play with your friends, build some bases, hunt some crazy monstrosities and clear some encampments, get some good loot and stuff like that, you can do that. There's no pressure to play any given way or to engage with one system over another if you really don't want to once you get out of the tutorial sections. And seriously, the map is gigantic. So like this whole video so far, I've run from like over here to over here, and the map is all this. So there's a lot. There's a good amount. I don't think you're gonna run out of stuff to see or do for a while. And like I alluded to at the top of the video, there's so much here that you can really sink your teeth into it and play for a good long while before you even get acclimated with most of the features. I've decided to focus on things like the big crazy boss encounters and the sort of ambiance and environmental storytelling and stuff that they're doing in this video. But if you're a player that really likes base building, for example, or crafting systems and that type of thing, there's seriously so much here to explore. I can't even go through all of it in a single video like this in this format. But if you're interested, I do recommend you just check it out, because again, it's free to play. Like, you can just go on Steam and download it and try it, and if you love it, awesome. If you don't, no big deal. At least it's free. You didn't like burn cash trying something that you didn't end up liking. You can just see what it's like and go from there. But if you ask me my kind of Spark Notes opinion, the game is, I think, significantly improved even compared to what I tried back in December. So I think they've made a lot of progress there. In addition, they have really struck the tone and the vibe, and the gameplay offerings are so diverse that I think if you connect with these open world co-op or even solo survival games, you're gonna have a lot to sink your teeth into the second you download it. I mean, there's just so much here. And like I said, like, this is the area we've been running around in so far, and this is the total gameplay area. Like, there's so much in this game. It's just crazy. And of course, they haven't revealed most of it because they're keeping a lot of things close to their chest, and they don't want to spoil all the goodies before they need to. But still, look at that. Okay, let's go in here. Let's see what's in here. Uh-oh, baddies. Pop, pop. You gotta love how bad guys always keep oil drums right next to where they stand. I appreciate it, honestly. So I will say I'm playing this in a very cavalier way. Normally, you'd be much more cautious with this because you wouldn't have been given a late game, like, super powerful character that just got blown up by a drone. So usually you'd be playing much more cautiously, but I'm just sending it, you know? I don't know where I'm going, but I found vents, and vents always lead somewhere cool, right? Right? Ooh, there's some big boys up here. Okay. Captain Dave! Captain Dave! Trying to shoot down the drones this time, I've learned. I've evolved. I've evolved. Okay. Pop. Pop. Victory. Victory. This gun is very powerful, and these guys were way below my my strength level, so I think that helped as well. And then we can go over here, claim rewards, treasure chest, control max gain, controller eliminate min max gain. Okay, control, and then energy. Ooh, an MP7, gear mods, armor mod parts, Stardust, all that. I'm taking it all. And then we go through the portal. G, leave the dungeon. Yes. And look, that right there, that was just a random dungeon we stumbled on. And then we keep running around and exploring, and there's going to be other dungeons with more difficult bosses and all sorts of stuff. So there's, again, just a lot here. If you're interested in Once Human, I recommend you check it out. It's been wishlisted a ton. People are really interested in it. I think it's got a ton of potential to hook a lot of players for a long time. It seems to scratch a lot of those itches that people have for games like this. And the very unique tone and vibe that they've established here is pretty cool to see. I'm a fan, you know, because it's not just generic zombie, post-apocalyptic, whatever. It's doing its own thing while taking inspiration from like Lovecraftian horror and things like that. It's just a really cool melding of different things, and I'm here for it. You can also see some bases that other players have like built as they've been playing for these preview events and videos. I don't know, maybe if you've watched other YouTubers or streamers who have done stuff and made videos on Once Human, maybe you know whose house this is or whose bases these are. Can I take his motorcycle? Sure can't. Oh, and he has one of his little companion dudes. Oh, he's adorable. So again, just to recap, Once Human is an open world MMO survival game with a very unique world, story, and environment for you to explore. It has an extremely robust building system, all sorts of crazy monsters with outrageous designs for you to discover and fight yourself. I also wanted to note that the developers made it very clear to me that this is not a pay-to-win game. There are additional purchases available within the game. As you would expect, it is free to play after all. They gotta make money somehow. But they assured me numerous times that none of those purchases affect gameplay or could be misconstrued as pay to win in any way. I want to be clear because I am playing an early access build of the game, so I haven't seen the final version or the final shop, but they have assured me that it is not pay to win in any way, and that paying more will not give players any sort of competitive advantage over other players. Again, I've not been able to verify that myself based on the build I'm playing, but that's what I have been told. They even have little deviations, is what they call them. These are these little like sidekick companion creature things that can help you as you play the game, do different things. It like mixes in elements of Pal World with like classical survival games with mounts and stuff like that, even that can help you in combat. There's just so much here. It's wild. Again, I can only like scratch the surface in this video, but if I have sparked your interest, check out the game. Links in the description box below or in the pinned comment. It's free to play on Steam. Go check it out. Have fun. Knock yourself out. There's so much here. It's honestly baffling that this is free to play, but it is. So go check it out if you are interested. Again, links below. And again, thank you to Starry Studio for sponsoring this video and allowing me the chance to share this game with you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Thank you for making my dreams a reality, everybody. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.